All right, Q2 now done. This time out, it was Juan Carlos Canas taking the TQ. How did this round go for you?
Yeah, it's going good. Like I say before, I use same tires and same car. Just drive different a little bit. Again, I get traffic on the heat. Was clean traffic, no problem. But normally you lose maybe half a second or 3 seconds, but a little bit, yes. Yeah, but finally clean run, so I'm happy about that. And let's see on the next one.
Yeah, it was just 3 tenths separating you and Davide. Do you think you have to change something, or do you want to you think you can drive still better and improve in that front?
Yeah, I think I will stay with the same, just improve my drive style and get confident with my car and the track for thinking about long runs. No make a faster car for 10 minutes. Yeah, but as you say, 3 tenths in 10 minutes is crazy.
Yeah, are you now still driving safe? Are you taking some no risk, or are you going 100% for the whole 10 minutes? How do you approach a 10-minute run?
Of course, 100%, because lap time was crazy fast. But you always have 2-3 fastest lap. But if you do in 10 minutes qualifying, maybe you can have a mistake.
Yeah. Are you looking already with the setup of the car? Do you think this is the type of car that you can drive for 60 minutes? Because obviously we can see from your car the tire wear is really massive. I think, how many runs do you have on those tires on your car now?
I have 3 runs now on those tires. I use also hard tire, thinking for a long runs. Also my setup is fast, but it's easier. I mean, it's difficult to go fast here in this track. But I try to improve my car for be safe.
Yeah. Okay, Juan Carlos Canas taking the TQ, second last round out. Really tight battle between Davide and Juan Carlos. So good luck to the next one, Juan, and thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have David Ronnefolk after qualifying round 2. 2 fourths so far. Not unlocking maybe the full pace you had yesterday, but I was watching your car there. You look really fast, maybe a few small mistakes. First round you had, penultimate lap you had a small mistake. How do you think it's going so far?
I'm happy of my driving on track. I've been struggling a little bit in the pit lane. So the first round I crashed because we had Brian Baldo right in front, and we expected him he was already done, we thought. But they checked Oscar Baldo, so both Baldos were in heat. So Brian pulled into the pit right in front of me at the same time. So I was right on his bumper. I just touched the pipe there, and my car got stuck sideways. I had to kind of drive off the wall, come back out on the straight, make it 180, and then back into the pit. So in the first qualifier, I lost 6 seconds there before entering the pit. And other than that, it was a good run, but the 6 seconds I gave away was pretty much where I was behind the guys in front. So for the second one, obviously I wanted to improve on that. So this time I was super careful coming in. Everything went well. Maybe I went a little bit slow. The pit stop was good, 4.7 I heard they said, so I can't blame the pit guys. But then on the exit I got stuck on the pipe with one wheel, so I was kind of grinding the tube there. So my pit lap was at 2.5 whatever seconds slower than Canas, I believe. So again, giving away seconds in the pit lane is not what you want to do if you want to TQ. But yet again, the car feels good. Maybe it was a little bit lazy in terms of how it felt on the track this time. So we're gonna try some stuff for the last one and see if we can get that edge back that we had kind of yesterday in terms of speed.
Yeah, do you think, I assume you're running quite similar setup to yesterday, do you think the track has changed that kind of brought the pace away from you, or do you think you kind of have to go to find something different to get more pace out of it?
I think the track definitely changed. It's a bit more greasy now. You can see the wear on the tires a little bit different compared to that yesterday, and I think that comes from just the tires sliding a bit more. So it's going to be interesting to see here. I think the clay synthetic compounds, whatever you want to call it, they're going to start coming into the picture here over the last 3 rounds tomorrow, I believe. So we're going to change a few things on the car, see what we're going to do for the tires here for Q3. But coming into today, I just wanted to have, if I could have 3 rounds in the top 4 entering the day, I would be happy. So let's just make another good, decent run, and then tomorrow we have all to play for I expected it to be 4 out of 6, but apparently it's 3 out of 6 counting. So that gives me some freedom tomorrow if I make a good one here in Q3. So I hope I can do that. And I mean, it's close. I was 5 seconds back there. I gave away 2-3 seconds in the pit, so that means like 2 on track. So it's not like there's a lot of speed missing. But yeah, I can definitely drive a little bit better. I'm driving a little bit tight, I would say. That comes down to me always being a little bit slow out of the gate, maybe, compared to like a touring car guy like Bruno. He's kind of hot lap there on the first lap I saw, which he's used to do in touring car on asphalt especially. So yeah, we'll see. Do a couple of changes here for the last one, and hopefully improve just a little bit, and this time nail the pit lane, I guess.
Yeah, maybe don't nail the pit entry, more like the stay in the lane. Yeah. But yeah, I think, you know, all of you in the top 4, I'd put in like Boots maybe in there as well. He's been really fast. I think it's super tight. So what are you thinking, like your strategy wise? Because yeah, we got qualifying tomorrow still, but at the end of the day, you got to be good for a whole 60 minutes to win. So are you thinking of setup from that direction as well already today?
I mean, I was checking, you have the top 3 average, top 5 average, top 10 average. And like on the top 3 average in this last round here, I was like 3/10 off Bruno and Canas, I believe, and Ongaro. But then if you check the top 10 average, I was just at 1/10. So like I said, it's just that raw 1 lap speed that I had yesterday, let's say, that had been missing for me today. So just the car being a little bit lazy, trying some things here for the last one. And after that, I think I have a good race car because I feel like I can drive, you know, lap after lap without being too worried the car is going to do weird things, let's say. Throughout the whole run so far, in the 10-minute runs we've had, it's been staying consistent as well. Haven't felt like it dropped off towards the end. More so the tires, like I think everyone would be pretty much slick very early on, I would say. So we'll see if the synthetic clay compounds comes into play, how they will wear. But if we're gonna be on normal compounds, I think it's gonna be a race on slick tires, definitely. And I don't know, maybe pit stops comes into play, like changing tires. Who knows?
Yeah, one thing actually, I've been looking at the cars coming into tech. I'd say about 50% of the cars come in with almost slick tires, and I've been hearing some guys say that they actually prefer to go slick because you have more speed. Have you guys sort of run many runs with 1 tire just to get the last sort of final edge before it goes fully slick?
I've done 2 runs, so that's like just over 20 minutes then. And there were some ghost threads on them still after 20, so I expect them to be kind of slick after 25 minutes or 30 minutes into the run. Actually, it was yesterday that I made the 2 runs on 1 set, and the last 3 laps of the last run was obviously my 3 fastest laps. So I would agree they go faster when they are slick, more corner speed probably. The only thing is that if there is some spot on the track that is gonna break apart, you're gonna be screwed on slick. So yeah, it's really tricky, but everyone is on the same boat as we are all running the bar tire, let's say, and I think everyone will be struggling, making them last.
Okay, yeah, good run for David. Obviously, definitely has the speed for getting a TQ in Q2, but it's a tight fight. Thank you for the interview and good luck for the next one.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Dakota Fan after Q2. Really good run, barely missing the 13 lap mark. I think it looked like you were really comfortable out there. How was it for you?
Yeah, I felt really comfortable. We're still making quite a few changes each run, just trying to find that balance of comfort versus speed. We made a lot of progress that round. I was more comfortable, had less mistakes, and was faster as well. So we're turning it in the right direction, and we'll just, like I said, see where everyone else has and just keep chipping away at it and trying to get closer and closer.
Yeah, what kind of things were you looking for? Because yesterday we were talking about you on Monday. You looked like the strongest American. You was already in the top 5. Yesterday, kind of sort of a downshift for you. Went back a bit in results, but today you're kind of back where you belong. So, what kind of things were missing for you yesterday, and what kind of things have you found today?
Yeah, we made some changes yesterday. Like you said, obviously not the right direction. Really, we're learning a lot. We don't run on this stuff very often, and we made a lot of progress the first 2 days, got the car really decent, and then the track's changing. So we're trying to figure out the setup and get the car better as the track is changing as well. So just kind of keeping an eye on that. We started out with diffs and shocks, kind of getting those like in the general right direction. Then we switched to pills, roll centers, and sway bars and stuff like that. And then now we're kind of going back, going through everything and tinkering from there and kind of fine-tuning and adjusting. So made a small shock change that time in the back, and then shock location, sway bar in the front, and the car was definitely better. So like I said, we're going in the right direction. We'll just keep plugging away.
Yeah, do you think there's still some sections of the track you can make up time? Because the track's 50 seconds long, so there's a lot of things in one lap. Do you think there's some particular section that's making you lose time out there?
Yeah, I think right now it's just the 180 rotation in some of the tighter sections. So we're going to work on that a little bit more for this last round later today. And I feel really comfortable out there going the pace that I'm going. I'm sure I could probably push and go a little bit faster, but like I said, I'm still getting more and more comfortable every time. So I'm trying to just kind of take it easy, run at like 90-95%, and we kind of get where we get right now. And then once I get more comfortable, maybe start pushing a little bit more.
Yeah, that could have been looking for maybe a top 5 in this round in Q2. Good luck for the next one, and thank you.
Cool, thank you.
All right, Q2 done for Elliott Boots, finished up in 7th place. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was going good. I got caught up with a car that came out the pits. He hit the piping right in front of me and got stuck with me. So unfortunately, it made me miss the 13 laps. But it is what it is. The rest of the run was good. We changed a few things with the car, and it was an improvement. So we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, are you still making changes round by round here at this point?
Yeah, the track's still developing. The more cars go around it, and the temperature changes, And obviously this time, they stagger the qualifying runs. So you're out at different times. So just keeping an eye on it and seeing what the track's doing, getting feedback from other people as well. If we need to make changes, we will. If not, then we'll stay the same.
Yeah, what kind of things are you still looking from your car? Do you think you kind of have the pace to challenge for, let's say, a TQ, or do you think there's some spots of the track that you kind of still need to find pace on?
Yeah, I mean, I managed to watch some of the guys that were still finishing after me, and I could see there's a few improvements on my car that I need to make to be probably the advantage that they've got in some of the tight turns. But so we'll go back and talk about it and try and figure something out for the next one.
Okay. Any tire changes? Is it looking like clays anytime soon?
I don't know. Everyone's asking that question. I don't think yet, but it only takes one person, and then it all changes. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Elliott Boots, as I said, finished 7th overall this round, and thank you and good luck for the next one.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, we got Phi Long Yen here after qualifying round 2. Posted the 12th fastest time. I think he was the 2nd fastest American, if I'm not totally wrong. How do you feel after that round?
I feel better. My car setup is getting way better than last round, and I just gotta do that for all the other rounds.
Did you change some stuff? I heard I was talking with your dad and Ryan that you guys went up on diffs for qualifying round 1. Did you go back on a little bit softer diffs, and what did you change for the round 2? Because now you were really fast.
Yeah, we changed the diffs, made it to the exact same setup as yesterday.
Okay, so yeah, last night you was really fast in seating practice. Do you think for Q3 you're making any changes, or you're keeping the same and just trying to drive fast?
Are we doing anything?
We're putting in a new wing and just fine tuning.
New wing and fine tuning.
Okay, that's a good update from the dad. Do you think driving wise, do you have some sections of the track you want to improve on? Or do you feel like some parts you're missing something?
Well, as more as I drive, I'm gonna get more used to it and go faster and faster and just stay consistent out there.
Yeah. Do you think you can still push more, or do you think now you're at the limit of maybe you start making mistakes if you go fast, or what do you think?
Push it more. I can push it more.
Well, that's good to hear. Phi Long here, P12 after Q2. Looking with this type of pace to making it straight to the semis, which would probably be a really good result for you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it would. Semis.
Yeah. Okay. That's it by Phi Long. Really good run. Thank you for the interview and good luck for the next one.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we're here with Brandon Rose. Brennan ran a pretty decent run, 5:09. I think you're right now around somewhere around 10th overall before the last two heats. How did it go for you?
Yeah, it went really good. I was happy with how the car felt. I made quite a few changes that last one. It definitely was a step in the right direction. Still have to clean up my driving. That was the biggest thing. That one had a few little rollovers. Had to get marshaled once. So if I can clean all that up, I think we can keep it up another second or two and move up a little more.
Yeah, you obviously one of those drivers coming from America. It's been a big topic, Americans struggling and so on. How have you found it for you? Have you had to make changes today, or how has it been today coming in? Have you had your setup fine-tuned already, or you're still making changes?
I feel like now we're not making like major changes anymore. The day one, day two, we were doing some pretty crazy off-the-wall stuff. I think we all have it pretty dialed in. There's just here and there little things, like all the changes I made right then were just all super minor things just to kind of get the car more corner speed, a little more aggressive, especially if the track kind of slowing down a little bit now. I think we're trying to get more steering in the car and all that. And day one and two, we were trying to get all that away. So it's just kind of maybe going back to what we came with there a little more, but still way far off.
Yeah, how are you feeling with the track now? Are you feeling more comfortable? Do you feel like you can actually push against the track, or are you still kind of having to be on the edge with the grip?
No, yeah, I feel like I can finally focus on my lines a lot more and focus on just getting on the throttle earlier, braking in later. Like before the first 2 days, we were just trying not to fly off the track, and now we can actually work on really trying to get that speed, find those super tight lines, and yeah, that's what we're kind of working on now.
Yeah, Brandon Rose getting up to speed today in Q2. Good luck for the next one. Thank you, Brandon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Max.
Yeah, that's good. All right, we're here with Jared Wiggins after Q2. If I'm not wrong, standing P9 now at the standings before the last two heats. How did it go for you?
A lot better. Still kind of trying to find the speed out there, but that run I made a big improvement from the first round and feeling more comfortable. So make a couple more small changes for the next one and try to go a little faster.
Yeah, I think a lot of people refer to you as one of the wizards behind the techno setup and being one of the guys who sets up the car and the team. How has it been for you here? You obviously were here at the warm-up in 2022, also at the Worlds in 2022. So how has it been this time out? Maybe some people saying techno having challenges, but to be honest, all Americans have had challenges. So how have you tried to combat those two to sort of climb up the ladder?
Yeah, so it was nice to be able to attend this event 2 years ago as well as the warm-up, but man, it's just I don't know if it's because the track's faster or if it's just been that long, but yeah, it's taking us a lot to adapt. I thought we came in fairly prepared with our car, but we just didn't quite anticipate the grip and the speed of the track. But yeah, we're making good strides. We're working together as a team and getting things dialed in. So I think we're going to be there. It just takes a little while, and especially with the lack of experience on the surface, it kind of is a difficult one to set up for and to learn how to drive differently, because not only do you have to have the car working well, you just have to drive a lot different here than you do back home. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's also about the driving style and sort of how you prepare. Are you still making big changes, or do you think now it's just about fine-tuning, finding the last sort of ways to get rotation or corner speed or whichever you're finding for? What kind of changes did you make between rounds today?
We're still, at least me personally, I've made some fairly big changes that last round, just to add a little bit more support in my car, try to flatten things out, and just find the balance with everything. You need your car to be flat and carry the corner well here, but also, be able to not be too hard to drive, and it's difficult. So we're trying to make some gains and maybe dial back the big changes now and start fine-tuning some stuff. So.
Is there something you're still kind of looking? I've been hearing Mayfield's been maybe a little bit frustrated because he wants to be out there. So what do you think you guys at Techno are still looking for to get up there, challenging Ongaro, Canas, these guys?
Honestly, I think we just need our cars to have maybe a little bit more speed in a couple sections and just ease of driving. I think we've got down, especially my last run. I felt my car was very comfortable, but it's difficult because our European drivers are doing very well with their setups, and it's one of those things like some of it is our driving style adapting to the track and the setup, so it's kind of hard to find our balance of what we're doing. So I'm not too sure, but we're getting there. We're making some changes.
Yeah, like you said, Joao Figueiredo, 5th last round. was looking like he could make it into the top 3, so it's not like all you guys are struggling. It's a little bit maybe, like you said, driving style wise. Do you know already what you're going to change for the next one, or are you going to keep it minor?
Yeah, just a couple small things, but yeah, and I think we're actually coming up fairly soon with the heat reshuffle. So yeah, I think I'm ready. Got a little bit of a game plan, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Thank you, Jared, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. Thanks, guys.